Hello and welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, look, today I'm going to show you our favorite sauce. This is something my kids ask for all the time, and it's such a versatile sauce. We use it on pizzas, on the pizza base. We use it with tossed through roast veggies, and today we're going to serve it at lunch with some chicken nibbles, but you can use chicken like bits, chunks of meat. You can use this sauce, just can go on everything. We've even used it to coat ribs before, okay, when we've used it in the Ovana. So you might hear today as well, my voice is a little hoarse. I'm still sick. This is going on a month now. I got a couple of days respite in the middle where I felt really good, and now we're all, well, not all of us, but half of us are unwell again. So I am sorry for not showing up as frequently as I'd like to. But half the time I haven't had a voice, which is not fun at all. But what I've done today is I've put it into my meal planner. It is on Cookie Do, and it's a portion of a recipe. So I'm going to go into my, what are we doing? Wrong thing. My week. And you can see I've got a few things happening there. We still have an abundance of pumpkin, so I have been making lots of things pumpkin for the kids for snacks. But I want to use the Korean fried chicken recipe over here. Now, you might look at my recipe, and I'm just going to check before I say this, and think that it's different to your recipe portions. What I've done is I've actually changed up the portions before I put it on the planner to 6 as opposed to standard of 4. So there are recipes on Cookie Do that you can straight away click on this little thing, and you can see it's the ones that have the gray underline, and change the portion size. We max this recipe out because we use it so many different ways. So it's so worth doing that with this recipe. Now, I'm not making the chicken step. This does make a lovely kind of Chinese style chicken. We don't do the flour coated stuff. We just roast off chicken. All right. So make it really basically simple. Okay. So when it comes to that step and it's saying flour coat and all that sort of stuff, we don't do that. Just put chicken in the oven, a little bit of oil on top, and it's amazing. We're going to come down to the sauce step. Okay. And I'm going to start there because this is what I want to make. So I do cheat, okay, because it's all about simple things around here. By the way, do you notice I'm wearing a white shirt today? I've been wearing typically all my Thermomix shirts and my life in general are dark colored shirts because I'm a mum of 4 boys. So it's really hard to keep a white shirt white. So I had to dig deep in my cupboard to find this shirt. This shirt is actually from when I went to Vietnam with Thermomix in 2019 or 2020. I've been on lots of incentive trips thanks to Thermomix. I think I've been on 6 or 7. And we had to have a dress up. Well, it wasn't a dress up. I don't know what it was. But anyway, we all got little Vietnam things on shirts. And so I do have one white shirt in my cupboard. That's it. Just one. But, you know, when I wear the dark colored shirt, you really struggle to see the black limited edition Thermomix. So I thought I'll dig out the white shirt. I'll take it off as soon as I'm done today. Otherwise, it will get stained or marked. So, yes, hopefully it gives you a better view of what the black limited edition looks like. It is still available. There is still stock. So if you've been sitting on the fence, now's the time. Because you can get it with a black glide board and a $140 mix shop voucher as well, which is super generous from Thermomix. That means you can go spend that on whatever you want in the mix shop to go with your Thermomix. So if you've been thinking about it, now's a good time before they sell out of stock. It is the very end of July, so those of you watch on replay later, it may not be available. Anyway, let's get started. This is 6 to 7 garlic cloves. As I said, I cheat. I use jarred up garlic at the moment. Just time pour and energy pour, to be totally honest. Now, 8 garlic cloves is the equivalent of about 4 garlic cloves is a tablespoon. So I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of garlic. I mean, we like garlic around here, so it's no big deal to put in a decent amount. You could just put in 8 teaspoons, right? Because that's about a garlic clove. Next up, you've got ginger. Again, I'm cheating. 15 grams straight out of a jar. I really don't have a reason to cheat on ginger. We grow it. We have an abundance of it, but it is just what it is at the moment. Kind of like the kids are sick too, but they still have the appetite at the moment. Normally you'd blitz that down. Because I've got paste in there, I don't need to. Oh, by the way, you guys know I like to give you these tips. If you don't have jarred ginger garlic, you don't have fresh, use powdered, okay? Give yourself a tablespoon of powdered garlic, half a tablespoon of powdered ginger, and keep on going. All right, so there's your tip as well if you're wanting to be budget friendly, or maybe you just don't have it. Maybe you didn't do the shopping this week. I have some other swaps in a second too. So because I haven't done the fresh, I can skip this step. So we'll just skip that through, scrape down the sides. It would chop it twice. And now we're up to this. Now I'm actually skipping the sugar today. We are going to put honey into it, but I'm really just trying to pull down the things that can sometimes prolong illness, like sugar. Okay, so we're trying to be dairy-free at the moment, gluten-free, sugar-free, just to try and get on the top of this, which seems like an influenza to start off with. Now it seems more like a head cold style thing, but it's not fun. Okay, rice vinegar. So I don't have rice vinegar at the moment because I haven't shopped in a while. What I do have is white wine vinegar. I'm going to use that. I have used apple cider vinegar in the past. That works fine as well. Use what you've got. If you've got a brown vinegar, use your brown vinegar. Like, really, don't go out of your way. It tweaks the taste a little bit, but it's really not enough to notice. People who haven't had the original would never notice. By the way, those of you watching on, have you made this recipe before? Is it something you've made, or is it something you've avoided because of some of the ingredients? I'm about to show you some swaps that might make this easier for you to do it. I do have honey. I've got local honey here that I'm going to use. It's the second time opening it, and last time I made a big mess, so I'm sorry that I'm taking a minute to get into it. Normally I'd use rice malt, but yeah, honey has got some good properties to it. So 90 grams. It's a decent amount, but I did skip the other one. Remember, this is like a syrupy sauce, so it's okay. That's 20. 66. Lots of you guys commented on my garden tour the other day and thanked for the update. It's we've had a lot of rain the last few days out there, so everything's really soggy and wet. I will take you out and show you the front yard at some stage, which I'm excited to show you. We're getting an abundance of strawberries off out the front at the moment, which is lovely. So I will take you out and show you that when I have a voice and I've got the energy. All right, now this is the red ingredient that I reckon might stop some people making it. So if you've not made it and you've seen this recipe and you've gone, oh, well, what is that? What it is it's this little thing. It's in the supermarket section. It's in with like where you'd find the coconut creams and stuff like that. It's in this little tub. It used to have a red lid as well. They've just recently changed it to a gold lid, so you may have a red or a gold. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not even going to pretend to, but it is not gluten-free. So usually I would use it still. I'm going to show you a swap today so that hopefully if you don't have this and you want to make this, you can still do it. And it's really simple. It's a swap to sweet chili sauce. Okay, so, and I know that this has sugar in it. I get that, but it's okay if I can get into it. So this could be a problem. Yeah, there we go, got it. Something to give it a little bit of an undertone of a bite. Now, it's not that hot that my family won't even eat it. Even when I use the Korean sauce, it's not that hot. So please don't avoid this, using this. It's beautiful, okay? It is well worth putting it in. It's just enough flavor. Like, it's just enough to broaden the flavor out and just make it gorgeous. So do put like sweet chili sauce in, or sauce the original. When I had, like, that's a brand new packet that we bought 6 weeks ago. And I had the previous batch for a really long time in the fridge. Like, that packet was in there for a year or so. I don't know what the expiry was like, but it wasn't moldy or anything. And so that's the other thing. Like, you can just buy it and then use it as you make the sauce. It really is not a huge amount. Like, I think it's like 5 batches you'll get, or 6 batches out of it. Okay, tomato ketchup. You might also not make the recipe because you go, ketchup. I don't have ketchup. Bet you've got tomato paste. Use tomato paste instead. Okay, works perfectly fine. If you don't want to make this amount, by the way, as I said, I've gone up in this recipe. You can go down. You can go down from 4 to 2. You'll probably regret it. Like, it's a really beautiful recipe that you'd love to have leftovers for. Like, honestly, you can use them in so many different ways. Our most common is pizza. But yeah, you can toss veggies like roast pumpkin in it. Oh, and potato, yum. So it says soy sauce. I've got tamari. Same. I don't know that mine, it's not necessarily dark. Just use what you've got. It's that offset, that sweet, sour, salty kind of offset you're going for. And last thing, sesame oil. Now, I have plenty of times used olive oil instead of sesame oil. I do get in trouble for it when I do. Those of you online go, they're not the same. But you know, if you don't have it, don't go to the shops just for sesame oil. Just use olive oil. Sesame oil does have a particular flavor about it and smell about it, but honestly, you won't notice. It's not that much of a notice. That's what I should say. Okay, finishing up now. You normally say to put some sesame seeds in somewhere here. I'm not even going to bother. So it's going to mix through for 10 seconds on speed 3. Let's put the measuring cup on and do that. I'm really hoping some of you guys watching have made this recipe. It is such a fantastic recipe. If you've not, you need to do it, okay? Okay, next up, scrape down with a spatula, place the simmering basket in place. So all that's done is combine your ingredients. Okay, and now it's going to cook down. So this is going to thicken it. Now mine might not get as thick because I've not put that additional sugar in. I'm okay with that. You know, when we coat our chicken in it, and when we coat our chicken, by the way, we use it as a drizzle over the top. The original recipe, I think you toss it through. We don't. The chicken goes on the plate, drizzle over the top, and then you've got the leftovers, which you will just love having. Okay, so it's up to you how you use them. Place the simmering basket. Now it's got 10 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1, and it's going to thicken up slightly. It will thicken more when it is actually cool, so expect it to still be quite runny in here, but then when you put it into your jar, it'll thicken again. So that's it from me today. I hope you'll give this recipe a go. Please let me know if I can support you with anything regarding your Thermomix. I may not be getting on here as often as I'd like because I'm unwell, but I can certainly respond to your messages, PMs, DMs, text messages, emails, all those sorts of things. So please don't be a stranger. If you've got questions or if you've got friends or family who are keen to get a Thermomix on their bench and they're in Australia, please don't hesitate. I'd love to support them to do that. And by the way, keep an eye out on my website. I am hoping, I have been slowly slogging away at another newsletter. It's been a very slow work in progress, so keep an eye out. If you're not a subscriber over there yet, jump over there, thermixingadventures.com.au, scan the QR code, and that'll take you there. And yeah, newsletter will be hopefully out in the next couple of days, if not early next week, just depending on how I'm feeling at the time. But otherwise, guys, I hope you are well. If I can do anything, as I said, don't be a stranger, but take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video soon. And make this recipe. Tell me when you do, and I can't wait to hear about it. So we shall see you then. Bye for now.